This right here is the Sony ZV-E1. I've been using this camera for about 2 weeks now to create content, to take photos and make videos, and let's go through the first impressions that I have about this camera. Let's go. Alright, as a very first disclaimer, I do have to say that I got this camera from Sony as a loaner, but they're not expecting me to make a video about it. They're not expecting me to give any opinions about it. They did not pay me anything. They just borrowed me the camera so I can test it out because I'm thinking about switching to Sony. So the opinions on this video are completely my own and completely unbiased. Alright, the very first impression I got from this camera when I picked it up into my hands was that it's lightweight. It is very lightweight camera. It's paired up right now with the Sony 16-35 f4G, which is a sturdy lens. It's a good lens, but the combination is still super lightweight. And of course, that is good because this camera is created for content creators. It's created for people who are making content online. And that is the thing that bugs me about this camera, because the Sony ZV-E1, it could be a professional level camera. It could be. But one thing that turns me away from this camera and turned me away basically in the first instant when I picked it up into my hands was the weight. It was the cheap overall feeling. The plastic on this camera is like, I would be afraid to take this camera out into the elements, because I live in Finland. I create a lot of content outside during winter when it's like -10, -15 Celsius outside. And if I would be taking this out, using it outside for about an hour or two, and then I would accidentally bang this into something, I would be afraid that I would break the plastic of this camera because it feels really cheap, and it feels exactly in the way that, okay, if I take this out, I do have to hold it like very close to me, like I just gotta keep it warm. I just gotta be very careful with it so I don't break it, and that is something that I don't want from my tools. I don't want that with any of my tools, even though I would be using it just to create content for social media or for YouTube or whatever. Now, for the same reason, I would not trust this camera when I would be making stuff for customers. If I would have a job, a photo gig or a video gig for a customer, I would not trust this camera because there is only one card slot in here, and when you are doing professional work these days, out of the experience that even I have, you need 2 card slots. Because if one card goes, and it's going to happen, then everything is gone unless you have a secondary card in there that is recording the backup. So therefore, this is not, in my opinion, suitable for professional work. I mean, it takes amazing photos, it makes amazing video, and it's a very capable tool for creating all that stuff. But for professional work, nah. For behind the scenes work, yeah, sure, absolutely. For creating content online on the fly, fast, beautiful content with the S-Log3 and the Cinetone, yes please. Does it have a Cinevlog preset? Yes it does. It does absolutely beautiful cinematic vlogs almost automatically. And with the in-body image stabilization and the dynamic stabilization of this camera, the footage looks absolutely fantastic. But that is just for the social media use. That is just for the content creation. And now that I'm thinking about switching from Canon to Sony, would this be the camera that I would be switching to? Absolutely not. Because I want a camera that I can use to create professional customer work, professional videos with confidence, and of course to take it out into the elements. Even though this camera is weather sealed, I don't think that it can handle any of the Finnish weather, any of the -15 or -20 Celsius without breaking. I don't think so. But if I would be using this as a behind the scenes camera and to create content online, fast, beautiful looking content, yeah, this would be my choice. Absolutely. But it doesn't make any sense for me to have this kind of a camera in my arsenal because I wouldn't trust it. I would not trust this camera enough to be happy and to be confident while I'm shooting. Alright, this was the very first impression of the Sony ZV-E1. I will be posting a vlog made with this camera. I will be posting a video about photos taken with this camera, and I will even try to find some time to create a little cinematic short using the Cinevlog presets and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out. But other than that, thanks as always for watching, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.